we have debated, and like I said earlier on, to a large extent, the decentralization has worked, but definitely there is a downside and the negative aspects. One of them is corruption, like we have said. True, local governments have also increasingly become centers of corruption. And some of us who are members of parliament who politically supervise our areas come face to face with it. Recently, a young person came to me and wanted me to give him 10 million shillings to go and bribe the District Service Commission so that he gets a job. And imagine someone to get the audacity to approach a minister that they have asked me for 10 million shillings in Kanungu to pay, and then they will give me a job. And that story is true across many of the districts. And these are things which we should sit down and review decentralization and find a solution for some of these issues. For instance, there have been also suggestions that maybe at a zonal, regional level, we should have regional service commissioners. We lift them from districts and put them at a regional level to service districts and so forth. So, to answer your question, yes, we see corruption as one of the challenges which must be tackled. Like in this term, we enhanced the money for maintenance of roads in the districts by maintaining the original amount of the road fund going to the district and then supplementing it with an additional 1 billion per district. When HE, the president, traveled around the country, I moved with him when he was on the tour of wealth creation. And some of the issues we're picking were, among others, how that money is being used. You get a sense that this money is being shared in the district, this 1 billion. I can say, as a matter of fact, on TV, that in my own district, in this term, I have graded more roads than the district in the Chinchizi East constituency. Maybe that's why I've even won elections. So you don't need a district, that's what you're no, we need, but I'm saying I'm raising the challenges that we have. So you have become the district. But so I think as we review this decentralization, that's an area we must look at. Yes, true, I agree with my colleagues. One of the challenges that has faced decentralization is that we are not sending appropriate resources, commensurate resources to the local governments, the fiscal decentralization. But there are some loose ends we must tighten so that when we send the money, we are actually sure that is going to translate into meaningful services for the people. And I agree with the Honorable Semuju what was saying. The capacity of the supervisors. While at that time the president argued that because we have to promote popular participation of our people, and UPE was just starting then, and he declined to assent to the law which required that to be an LCC chairperson, you should have senior 4. That's what Parliament had suggested then, but he said, no, we are just starting UPE. Majority of our people may be politically active but haven't gone far in school. But maybe now, with the across 30 years of universal primary education and increased access, we may have to review. If you are a chairperson of the district, the requirement is A level. But LC3, which is sub-county, you need to be a registered voter and a citizen of Uganda. But you are supervising a graduate who is managing the resources, and a lot of resources being sent there. So these have to be reviewed so that if you are a political supervisor at a division, at a sub-county, there is some minimum skill and competence you should have in order for you to have eyes on in terms of what is going on within your area of administration. So these are areas which we must look at. The other areas which I think need to be looked at as we review is that there has been a challenge among public servants that the framework we are using does not provide for transferability of public servants. For instance, if I am now a doctor and I am employed by Kanungu district government, I cannot transfer my services to Rukunjiri or Kabale unless I resign and Kabale has advertised and I apply afresh. So there are some of those smaller things which we must look at. And also the functionality of the councils. Given that we don't attach academic qualification, I have tried to audit the work of some of the councils in my region, and even across the country. You check how many ordinances and bylaws have they been able to pass that actually have an impact on the transformation of the society there. Very few, if any. You will find isolated councils, maybe Arua passed something on hygiene, maybe somewhere, but you find the kind of debates that occur in the councils, at times just politics, just quarreling about resources, without engaging into meaningful debates that actually are aimed at transforming the people. So all these areas must be looked at. What should be the qualification of the councillors who sit at the council, the district level, for instance. So there, and also how to build the capacity of the local governments to generate local revenue. I think there is a need for a debate, a discussion around revenue sharing. What empowerment, what capacity building should we do to ensure that a local government can be able to raise revenue and manage or use part of it for development? I come from a tourism area. We generate a lot of resources from Chigezi, which houses Bwindi tourism resource. But we still have questions. How are we benefiting from us housing Bwindi? Our roads are the poorest in the region. The other day, a tourist died in Kanungu because of a poor road to Bwindi, and other things have been raising. So why wouldn't we use resources that are generated within our area to improve infrastructure? So there is a need for a debate around all these issues, so that yes, decentralization is good. We have lessons over the time, but there are also the other side which must be scrutinized so that we can improve. Otherwise, I wouldn't dismiss decentralization. It is working, and true, many countries all over the world have come to study from the experiences of Uganda, but we can still improve and move forward. And I hope some of us have come back to the Parliament.
It is also good to go and study from something that has failed.
No, who has it has failed?
Because then you will not fail.
I have not said it has failed. It has worked, but it may have
so people don't come to
challenges here and there. You see, you can score 80%,
yeah.
You pass, but it means you have failed the 20%.
If I want to know why decentralization has failed, I need to go to where it has failed.
No.
Yes.
Let me come to. Let me come to Honorable Agnes.
Even failure can be studied.
Yes.
There is no problem with that one. But what I'm saying, if I was to mark in Uganda, I would give it 70–80%. Then we must work on the 20–30% and see how to perfect whatever has not gone well, and we move along with it. I wouldn't urge you that we reverse that position and go back to centralization, because like Honorable Semuju is arguing as if
for us we
should close shop and lift everything back to the center.
We want federal, we don't want districts.
Honorable Agnes, let me come to you.
You are still stuck with federal.
Yes.
And federal is part of decentralization.
The Honorable Minister has mentioned him constructing more roads than a district. He has also mentioned a young man asking him for 10 million for a job within the district. And I'll speak.
To give it to him for the report. He said, I cannot provide a bribe for you to get a job. You go and sit interviews, get on merit. If they don't give you, then you will try another chance.
And with the population of young people, as many as they are, things like education, health, infrastructure that he's talking about, to be able to access markets there. But I also speak about Honorable Mpenduzi's district. I visited a school. 200 children were showing up in primary school. In secondary school, there were 80. And that is just O-level. By the time they went to high school, there were only 12. And these are just girls that I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the boys.
That's a very good question. But at the university, there were only 2 who had gone through. When you look at such service delivery,
Which school is that?
I'll tell you about the school. I wouldn't want to announce it on air.
Oh, it's an imaginary school.
No, it's in Gulu. I have visited the school.
In Gulu City?
No, Gulu district.
district.
Okay,
Gulu
Gulu
district.
district. So, and that was very disturbing. Not asking the question, where is the 180 of the children that didn't go to school and who is following up? What is happening with them? Such services. Recently, we saw a nurse pushing a lady who was pregnant in a wheelbarrow to take her to hospital for delivery. When you see such...
Again, Guru.
No, it's not good.
Arua.
Dr. Chris, when you look at such incidents...
No, we got it. We have ambulances now.
Dr. Let me stay with you.
Local.
I also
But now
know
we
a
have
friend
ambulances.
who works
Come again.
deep in the southwestern part of Uganda. He drives the ambulance. He's the doctor on call. He's the one doing the surgery. Even without light, he's providing light. All these services that Ugandans expect after giving money, how do we find the disparity and put it to order?
I think a service delivery question is a big one. But I've always argued that every country has its challenges on service delivery. That citizens demand services, and government is supposed to give that. But we should also not forget that governance is really a shared responsibility.